taking the least energy path, number one. Okay, whatever is the easiest, your brain will allow you to do that. Whatever feels a little uncomfortable, it will hold you back. The second thing is whatever is familiar, you will keep on doing that. Whatever is unfamiliar, you will resist. Whatever is certain, you'll be, if someone says that, Archana, you keep on coming to this one place and keep on hitting this rock for 10 times for 100 days, and on the 100th day, you will achieve some, big thing that you always wanted to, you will go and do because that is a certain thing. Right. But if these three conditions are not fulfilled, we do not jump out of this comfort zone and we do anything out of it. So let me give you a quick story behind it. While we were evolving from being cavemen to this modern human that we are today, what happened was when we used to live in the caves, human brain is so intelligent that its primary agenda is to keep us alive. So it started searching for all of these things around, right? Where's the food? Where's the water? What is the easiest path to reach to the food? Where the predators are? With what kind of leaves and fruits I can eat, which is healthy for me? What is poisonous for me? And it started remembering all of these threats. Right? Abhi, once you are accustomed to a particular cave, if someone comes and tells you, Priyanka, shift the cave now. Oh my God. Right? It becomes such a big trauma ki nahi, now I have to switch to another place and I have to start this from scratch. What happens? What will I find? Where will I find? So that was too much of work. And that is why your brain started skipping that the tough route and saying that I'm okay here. I know where to eat food from, where to get water from, where to
Got
stay
it.
alive, where to hide. I am alive here. I don't want anything else. And that is why in today's modern era, we are living with that Paleolithic brain itself, right? So the issue which is coming up is that today there is no tiger in front of my door, which will come and eat me. But still, my brain keeps on triggering me and telling me, ki, nahi, if I wake up at 5 a.m., something wrong might happen because I'm not used to with it. I want to start my workout routine. I'm not doing it because my brain is resisting me. So that is actually the real reason.
Wow, wonderful. So it's like we are stuck in the comfort zone and it's a big battle between us and our brain.
That's
So
right.
that's
And
nice. That's
the more you know about this computer, how it works, it becomes easier for you to, you tell it to yourself, okay, fine, I'm safe. I can go ahead and do it, right? So it's important for us. So answering your question, it is always about us. It is never about the circumstances.
perfect. That's wonderful. That's cool. Thank you so much for those beautiful enlightenment. Now coming to this, just like you said that we have always taken in that I know where to get my food from, I know what to do this, I know what to do that, so I don't want to step out of it. That's so now coming to this that we often repeat the same emotional patterns again and again: stress, fear, procrastination, self-doubt. So if it is there once in our in our mind, in our brain, it keeps repeating and repeating and repeating. So what is one brain-based technique anyone can use to interrupt an old pattern and start creating a new one? That is
Good
something.
question, actually. You know, you are extracting my 10 years of experience in a couple of questions, right? Very intelligent. Okay. So
Yay.
the thing, yeah. So the thing is that when you want to break out of this pattern, there are three things I would like to address for everyone. Number one, always remember that you and I, we are living in a world filled with patterns. We might feel कि सब कुछ randomly हो रहा है, but nothing is happening randomly. Everything is a pattern. Your behavior, your activities, your habits, your decision making, everything is a pattern, right? The second thing is start looking at yourself closely. Okay. If you feel that I am anxious all the time, look at what is making you anxious. There is a pattern of you getting into that emotion always, right? Without fail. And the third thing is we are intelligent beings, come on. Right. So our duty is to understand these patterns and break out of them. As the question says that how to break out of them. Now, once you create a little distance between your mind and body, and you start using your mind and body as tools, what will happen inside of you is you will start looking at yourself critically. Okay, so you will not say I am angry. You will look at yourself and you'll say I feel anger when someone disrespect my boundaries. I feel anger when my needs are not met. I feel anger when this situation arises. So when you have that awareness, ki, okay, fine, I am not a part of this whole tyranny happening out there, but I am an observer, then I get a control over it. Okay. So next time when I feel anger because someone disrespects my boundaries, what will I do? How will I show up? You create a plan. Right? So I always keep on telling this to everyone I meet. We are intelligent beings, and if we do not use our brain to 100%, we will be doing injustice to the intellect that we hold.
That's good.
Okay.
So
So
taking our
always,
brain
yeah, coming
also,
out of the answer to your question is that coming out of the situation, look at yourself. Okay, fine. I feel this when this happens, and that gives you power. That knowledge gives you power to break out of that pattern.
so we be our own trainer, we be our own mentor.
Yes, yes. We have to be our
And
own
we look
coaches.
at the brain as a separate entity and
Yes,
we go ahead and start controlling it and telling it,
that's right.
feeding it. So that's what we need
Yes.
to do. Cool. All right. That's wonderful. So easier said than done, but yes, we will try for that.
Yes.
Okay. So now we talk so much. So here, this is for you. It's the first time that you're coming in. So the other participants who are here in the call, they are with us from my first show itself.
Okay.
So there are some who have been there from the first show, from the second show, and we have seen them growing in for it. Okay. So
Wow.
this show is all about confidence building techniques, speaking up confidently in front of people. Let us
Okay.
probably speak a little bit on that now. Okay.
Sure.
From neuroscience, does confidence behave like a skill the brain can train and develop? Can we actually do that? How do we build confidence pathways in the brain?
Okay. So if I would like to give this answer, okay, fine. I like to give this answer with an analogy, right? Imagine that, first of all, understand that confidence is always a trait, right? It is not something someone is born with. You always learn it and you keep
Learn it.
getting better at it. And the most important ingredient of that confidence is not knowing everything, is doing the things, right? So you might know all the technicalities of swimming, but if you do not jump into the water and you swim for the first time, you will never be a confident swimmer. It is as simple as that. Now, when it comes to neuroscience perspective, I would like to give you an analogy, right? So what happens here is you imagine like you are having a piggy bank. Every time you take an action which you were a little skeptical or scared about, and you do it and you finish it, you get a token, right? The more you do, the more coins you collect. The more you do, the more coins you collect. And this piggy bank which is with you, it is like that what do you say, bank of confidence, right? So whenever you are in a bigger, tougher situation in life, you will draw your self trust from this piggy bank, right? So what do I mean by saying this is keep on taking smaller opportunities of if we're talking about confident speech, Archana, if I'm not mistaken, right? So when we talk about confident speech, whenever you want to whenever you want to look very confident while speaking, the first thing you need to do is fill up your piggy bank. Whenever you get an opportunity, two people in front of you, 10 people in front of you, online, offline, in front of camera, in front of mirror, keep speaking. Give yourself a topic. Do that. You keep on getting these tokens for yourself, which you can draw when you are put up on a bigger stage, right? So that is how you build confidence.
Nice. So we keep practicing. That's good. People are not born with it. We practice it. That
Yes.
is something good. In fact, that is something which goes across to all the participants here. Quite often, they hear me speak in front of the audience, or they hear one of their probably trainers, teachers, mentors speak, and they're like, okay, this is too much. How can we do that? But the point
Mhm.
is, yes, we can do that if we start today. So there
That's
is
right.
no, you do not go by an aspect that we could have started 10 years earlier. Start it now, no
Yes.
issues.
The
Go
best
ahead.
time
Better
is
late than
right
never
now.
is starting
Yeah,
now. The best time is
exactly.
always now. And that is what I would suggest. Good. Nice point. Thank you so much for this beautiful insights here. Now, an important aspect which we have been trying from a pretty long time.
Okay.
Most people, they react emotionally before the logical brain even wakes up. So you're telling that feed it, do this, do that, etc. Fine, understood, we'll do it. But no matter how much we train our brain to do that, we will end up getting angry. So
Okay.
that's the whole aspect of it. Maybe anger, panic, anxiety. How can we train the brain to shift from automatic emotional reaction? So yes, from many years, I would have been training that, okay, if Priyanka says this, I'm not going to get angry. If Priyanka says this, I will not get anxious. From many months, many weeks, many years, we would do that. But at the spot when we come to it, maybe I would end up in an emotional reaction. I knew she's going to say this, and she has done it. So now an emotional reaction is going to burst up. So, what do you think should be done in such kind of scenario to respond calmly?
Okay, good question again. I'm telling you, Archana, you're very smart. Okay. So the thing is, when it comes to emotional behavior, let me bring the first answer back into your memory that
Hmm.
we have this Paleolithic brain living in this modern technological era. Okay? Our brain has not evolved as fast as we have done. So our brain is still looking for survival. Right? Your brain is programmed for survival, not for success. Accept this fact. You're hardwired for it. Okay. So whenever something looks like an attack or a perceived attack, like it is not that a tiger should come and attack you. No. Even if you're making a presentation and your boss comes and says something wrong about it, you are speaking in front of people, 10 people clapped, one person came and said, Are kya bola yaar? And you feel that in your nerves, right? So whenever these big emotions they come, anger, sadness, fear, anxiety, all of these big emotions when they come, your amygdala, which is a part of your brain which gets hijacked. Okay. And the irony of human evolution is that our amygdala responds in 200 microseconds, while our prefrontal cortex, which is the intelligent part of the brain, it takes 2 seconds to come into picture. Fine. So by the time your intelligent brain is coming and looking at kya hua, your amygdala has already done the job.
Done the
Right. That
job.
is why, yeah, that is why you regret shouting on someone. That is why you regret sending that email. That is why, you regret behaving in a way, rolling your eyes and getting out of the doors. All of these things happen because before your intelligent brain came and saw कि हुआ क्या था, you've already
Hmm.
done everything, right? So what we can do here is, you might have seen it in Hindi movies. Usually in Bollywood movies it is said कि गुस्सा आता है तो माँ ने कहा है 10, 9, 8, you start counting back from 10 to 1. Okay, it is actually a technique. Okay, whenever you find yourself in any big emotion, let your brain, your intelligent prefrontal cortex come into the picture because you need it to find out creative solutions, out of the box thinking, finding out possibilities. If you do not let these 5 seconds of to
Breathe,
yourself,
come
breathe in
in.
and breathe out.
The other
If
brain
you
will do
do
it
not
for you.
allow yourself to do that, your amygdala is going to ruin all the opportunities, right? And this is something, Archana, would be very relevant to people who are here with you because when you're standing on the stage, it is the biggest point. You might, all the people might know that public speaking is the second biggest fear after death. Why is that such a big fear? Because there are like if 10 people are there, 20 eyes are looking at you. So your brain enters into this survival mode again. Fight, flight, freeze. Okay. So if you want to overcome this, the first thing, as Archana said, it is practice. And the second thing is you have to take control of your breath. Give yourself a pause. Okay. So whenever you're angry, whenever you're sad, whenever you're anxious, whenever you're stressed, you're going to give yourself a 5 to 10 seconds of breathe in and breathe out and look at that situation once again intelligently. You type the mail, do not hit the send button, wait for 5 seconds, read it again, and you yourself will not send it. Okay? So, yeah, this is how you can keep a distance between, again, the same thing. Distance should be there between you and your emotions. I am not angry, I felt angry. Okay, I'm not stressed. I felt stressed. So that distance has to be there.
Wow. So it's like, in fact, just for the mail, it's just like you said it. Here's something which I tell my participants when I'm training them email etiquette, especially how to handle the angry and email which comes across to you. So quite a good number of them were like, okay, we'll take a sip of coffee, we'll calm down, relax, then we will reply. But to them, I respond that no, don't even wait for 1 hour, 2 hour, wait for 24 hours. And you are now supporting that, saying that yes. So I have a scientific response now to say. Earlier it was just
Yes,
that please wait for 24 hours, then only you'll be able to think aligned. But now I know the
that's
reason.
right.
It's not just
Yes,
one brain inside, it's two part of brains. Oh my goodness, you're scaring
exactly.
me. So I'm a very big machine here.
Yes, yes. We can talk thoroughly about it. Actually, three parts.
Oh my goodness. Okay, all the other participants, please type beautiful if you love this thought process. Please type beautiful in the chat process, in the chat box. Sorry. Please type beautiful in the chat box. Let us see if you all are here with us. Definitely one of the most interactive and the beautiful sessions. Thank you so much, Mr. Satish. Satish is starting first. Jennifer is starting next. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. And now moving on to our last section. So we often say that tiny drops build an ocean. We say that take tiny actions and you'll see something big. We often see the big aspects and like, oh my God, how can we do this? But the point is all about breaking it into tiny actions, right? So, what do you suggest? Okay, neuroscience it says just the opposite. It's not about the big habits, the big goals, or the big discipline. It's about the tiny but consistent actions which will rewire the brain faster and deeper. So, why do small steps create stronger and lasting transformation than major overnight change?
See,
Does that
actually,
even
we
actually
know
happen?
this. Yeah, we know this from since childhood. जब छोटे थे, we used to go to school, and in my school there was a quotation always written everywhere: intensity, consistency over intensity. So there is a neuroscience aspect behind it. I will again pick up the loop from the first question. When you come and say that Priyanka, shift the caves, it would look scary to me. But if you'll tell me, ki Priyanka, in the next 2 months you have to shift to the next cave, so I get enough time to research. So what will I do? I will start, day one, I'll go and I'll look around at that cave. Day two, I'll look around the fruits and the plants which are there. Day three, I'll look around where the water is. Day four, I'll look around where the predators go nearby. So I will do all that recce work, right? I get enough time for that. Similarly, the biggest question that I am getting asked every single time when I coach people one on one for self excellence is that, Priyanka, why do I not do the things that I know I should be doing? Right. I know what to do. I know I have to wake up at 5 a.m. I know I should meditate. I know I should read books. Why I'm not doing it? You're not doing it because you've not been doing it for 25, 20, 30, 40, whatever your age is. So many years of time. Suddenly, if you want to turn into, 2025 tak, I was doing all the, useless stuff that I had to. And in 2026, I want to wake up as Priyanka Pro Max. That doesn't happen. Right? Even if it happens for a week, 10th of January, statistically, 95% of New Year resolutions fail. Fine. So, what we have to do is we have to tell our brain that nothing scary will happen. Fine. If I wake up at 8 a.m. and if I start waking up at 5 a.m., it looks scary to my brain. Please understand, your brain is not trying to, disappoint you. It is helping you. It has been hardwired for thousands and thousands of years. So, you cannot take away that hardwiring overnight. So, you have to help your brain to learn this. 8 to 7:30, 7:30 to 7, 7 to 6:30. That is how you move, so that you just expand your comfort zone. I am very much against jumping out of comfort zone because jumping is scary. Right. I have been doing A since 25, 35 years, and suddenly you want me to do B. It is scary for me. So what will I do? A to A plus, A double plus, A triple plus, and slowly and eventually I'll reach towards B. Right. And that is the same thing which you brought in the question, the micro habits. So when I wake up at 7:30, I wake up with a smile on face ki, wow, Priyanka, you did this. I wake up at 7:30 for 5 days. I celebrate. Then I make it 7. Wow, Priyanka, 7, 5 days, celebrate. 6:30, wow, Priyanka, celebrate. Now imagine on the contrary, you said, nahi, from tomorrow I want to wake up at 5. 8 o'clock, you used to wake up, tomorrow you want to wake up at 5. Alarm bell rings, you wake up. First day, motivation is very high. Second day, motivation is very high. Third day, you will tell everyone, 5 o'clock, if you wake up, life will change. You will start doing all these things. Fifth day, I guarantee you, the alarm bell rings and you tell it to yourself, yes, today was too hectic. I need a little more sleep. My head is aching, my stomach is aching. Your brain will give you all the reasons not to wake up at that time because it is scary. It is scary for your brain from neuroscientific perspective. So yeah, micro habits, they make the transition easier, expand your comfort zone. Right.
I do remember, like just like how you said, it's so scary to wake at 5 o'clock. Since you gave that example, my brain couldn't stop thinking of that an example which happened with me. A small joke which I would love to share. One of my roommates, she told me that I'm usually an early waker, not at 5 o'clock, but somewhere around 6 or 6:30. I usually wake up. So this roommate of mine, she told that Archana, from tomorrow I will also wake at 6 o'clock. She usually wakes up around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Okay, even at 11, she'll be like half woke, waking her eyes. Oh my goodness, do I really have to wake up? Can I wait till 12 o'clock? It's her mind. Suddenly she said that tomorrow I will also wake at 6 o'clock. I said okay, fine. I said I will not wake you. She said no, you don't have to wake me. I will keep the snooze alarm in my mobile and I will wake up. I said okay, fine. The next day, sharp at 6 o'clock, the alarm rang. She got up from her bed. She came and stood next to me and she said, see, Archana, I told you I will wake at 6 o'clock. I said, wow, wonderful. And she replied, okay, now I'm going to sleep. Good night. So, that was
Yeah,
a
the deal was
very
only to
good.
wake up, right?
She woke up, she completed her problems, and then she realized she cannot do it. So she went back to sleep.
That's right.
That's wonderful. So, all the participants, please type tiny in the chat box if you really love this insight from Priyanka, taking tiny steps at a time, but coming to a big transformation towards that. Please type tiny in the chat box. Please type tiny in the chat box, and we'll go to quickly the live coaching section. Type tiny in the chat box. Perfect. Good. So, all right, Priyanka. So, here's something which I would like to update you. So, our talk show is a little bit different compared to many other talk shows, in which usually for the first half an hour, 20 minutes as the case be, we usually ask for some interaction, some insightful sessions from the speaker. But beyond that, what we do is that we go for a live coaching session. So, on the spot, based on the learnings which we have till now, I will be asking certain questions or giving some quizzes and scenarios, and our participants here are going to give some responses based on that. Okay, so the session will be conducted by me, but please feel free to provide your insights as well if required. Can we go ahead with that?
Sure.
So, ready to see a small show here?
Yeah,
Okay.
excited
So,
actually.
to all the participants here, just like previously, it will be an ABC section. So, here's the first question: an unexpected criticism. Okay. A colleague says that you're always slow with work. So, a colleague replies, you're always slow with work. In such a scenario, what should you be doing? You have three scenarios. It's in the chat screen for all the participants. A, you defend immediately. B, you pause, breathe, and ask, can you tell me specifically which part needs improvement? And point number C, you stay silent, but you feel hurt. What should you be doing? B, good. Thank you so much, Mr. Swapnil. What about the others? Ramesh, C. Okay. Others, please. B, Jennifer says B. Thank you so much, Jennifer. The others? Cool. So we have some responses of B as the majority, and we also have C as the majority. Sorry, C as from one person. So I would say that okay, it is each person's mindset that we stay silent but feel hurt. That is agreed. But at the same time, if we have to really, I mean, that staying silent will slowly and slowly build up, and then one day there'll be a volcanic eruption. So we are hurting our brains, just like how Priyanka taught us. We have to take care of our brain. So our brain, will it be able to handle that kind of a stress which is coming in? Colleague is told that go ahead, you are always slow, you are always slow. But maybe that is not the genuine reason. The reason could be something else. Did we go ahead and explain that? So in this scenario, B is going to be the right one. C, it would not be the right one at the immediate phase, but it is better if we move on to pausing, breathing, and asking. Okay. So now we move on to the next section. Yes, quite a good now. Okay, we have Mr. Dheeraj here also. He mentioned as C. Maybe towards the end, we'll try to figure out as to why they would be mentioning as C. Now, the second question, the habit loop. You decide to exercise. Okay. So you decide to exercise, but your brain says not today. So, what do you think should be the correct response in such kind of scenario? A, you negotiate and postpone, not from today, from tomorrow, from Thursday, from Friday. You do it for just 2 minutes or you wait for motivation. What should be the ideal scenario? B, okay. 2 minutes, yes, again B. Jennifer also says B. And this is very much in line with what we discussed towards the last. To not scare your brain. So 2 minutes exercise. Perfect. Good. Yes. B. Do it for just 2 minutes is the correct response. You do it for 2 minutes. Maybe an exercising for half an hour, 1 hour will probably scare your brain. But you do it for 2 minutes, it's absolutely fine. Go ahead, tiny drops make an ocean. Now, coming for the next question. So, you want to speak in meeting, but you freeze. You want to speak in meeting, but freeze. In such kind of a scenario, what do you think are the three ones? A, you always prefer to stay silent. Let us continue with that. You share one small point, or before I even ended the question, C, you force a long speech. Again, very much in line with the previous one. Take tiny actions. B. Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Satish and Ms. Jennifer. Yes, B. You share one small point, something which will be useful, something which will be heard, something which will be insightful. Thank you so much. So probably you can do that in the next meeting which you will be having this week. Rather than staying silent during the meeting, contribute something small in the meeting, something small which probably everyone already knows. No issues. Speak up then and there, and that is going to be a signaling to your brain that yes, people are listening to you. And then slowly and slowly, before you knew it, you're going to be hosting the meeting. Not immediate future, but yes, definitely it is going to happen. Now, coming to the next one, the fourth one, the emotional spillover, which we are talking about. So one negative call which you have, one negative call or one negative email which you have, it affects your entire workday. Morning, I heard this from my manager. Afternoon, I heard this from my manager. Evening, I heard this from a manager. So one negative statement is enough to affect your entire day. In such kind of a scenario, what should you be doing? A, you carry the emotion over. B, you take 30 seconds to reset your breaths. And C, you vent to someone. That is, you go ahead and tell, she did this, should not have done, etc., etc., etc. B, I think, yeah, I was expecting C. I was expecting C. I was expecting C. Good. B, C, what about the others? Here the I can understand why C can come in. Okay, let the highlight science in the first word of that sentence. It says vent to someone. It is not speaking to someone, it is vent. You let down all your stress, you shout or you scream, or you probably I'm not getting the right vocabulary here. Venting here is not expressing yourself. Venting is getting deeper and deeper into that problem and sharing what all deep of a problem it is. What about the others? What happened to all the others? I got only two people responding. B or C? Which one do you suggest? Satish said B, Jennifer said C. What about the others? Priyanka, would you like to please explain this one? Which one is the correct one? Of course, it is B, but why do you say that, not C? Because yes, many are saying C. One more. Okay, sorry, I cannot unmute you. Yeah. Yes.
All right. So, actually, what happens, as I told you, one negative thing which comes, okay, fine. Let us get into the neuroscience here. Our brain is negative biased, right? Our hardwiring, it is a manufacturing defect. That is what I call. Okay. So, we always tend to go towards the negative comments and we take them more deeper. Right? If I ask you to close your eyes and think about five major heartbreaks that you had, you will remember them like this. And if I ask you five things which actually, made your day and which made you feel proud of yourself, you will think one, two, and then third will be like, और क्या हुआ था? और क्या हुआ था, right? Because your brain keeps a register of all the negative events. Again, taking you back to the cave time, right? When we were hunters and gatherers. So at that time, to keep ourselves alive, it was important for us to remember all the negative events, right? We cannot go and drink water from a river which is very, very deep. If you go there, you will drown and die. You cannot go and eat food at the point where a tiger is hiding. You go and eat food, you will become food yourself. You cannot go out somewhere. Okay, so there were a lot of situations. The chances of staying alive was very feeble, right? So that is why your brain started keeping a register that ye nahi karna, ye nahi karna, ye nahi karna, ye nahi karna. So negativity became a bias, a natural thing for us. Okay, so as soon as someone comes and tells you something negative, it triggers you again, right? You either get into fight mode, you want to shout at that person directly, how can you say this to me? A negative call, you start arguing with that person over the call, right? Or the second is flight. You fly away from that conversation. You do not confront. You keep that bitterness in your heart, but you do not confront. And then comes the third thing, which is freeze. You feel like,
Nothing.
okay, क्या करूं? I don't know. You just freeze there. So venting out is, you might feel momentarily that you are relieving yourself or you are listening to your own thoughts, but it actually does not help you, because when you vent out, you're reliving the same painful situation once again. And the number of people you tell about it, you are repeating the same thing. You are, what do you say, reinforcing the neurological paths that you have, कि ये हुआ था, right? And trust me, it is not worth it, right? You cannot spend 24 hours because of one person who said something to you, right?
People don't deserve that much, is it?
Yeah, I hope that makes sense to everyone.
That's
So
correct.
please
That's
keep
correct.
your peace. Keep your peace,
We have
guys.
to
It's
love
important.
ourselves. We need to love
Yeah,
our brain.
that's right. That's right.
That's true. Okay, thank you so much for this beautiful insight, Ms. Priyanka. And to all the other participants, we did not just learn neurosciences, we actually used it in our various quizzes and the scenarios which we have. And just giving a heads up towards the end of the day. Today we have time, so towards the end of the day, we will be taking a group pic. So everybody, please be prepared to turn on the video towards the end, giving a heads up. Okay, we still have 15 minutes. Now, all the other participants, if you have any questions, please raise your hand. At the bottom of the screen you will have an option of raise your hand. Please go ahead and click on that, and then we can go ahead and ask any questions right now, or if you want to share any takeaway, some reflection, or if you have a question for Priyanka, please feel free to raise your hand so that I can unmute you. Waiting for it. Even if you can share a reflection also is absolutely fine. How did you like the session? Any gratitude which you have to, that is also okay. How did you like the session? Something which was very beautiful insight for you. I like the fight, freeze, and the fight, flight, and the freeze mode. What about the other participants? Come on, raise the hands. I'm waiting for some responses. Nobody has any question? Okay, so that's one question for you, Priyanka, in the chat box. Why? Okay, everybody's asking questions. Hey, you could have raised the hands. I could have. All right. So, first question is from Mr. Deepak, who says, why procrastination is the part of neuroscience?
Okay. So, first of all, Mr. Deepak, procrastination is not the part of neuroscience. Okay. We practice procrastination. We practice procrastination because I told you in the starting, your brain always takes the easiest path. Okay. So, you're working on a presentation. Imagine you're working on a presentation. So, your brain looks at the presentation, and if your brain feels scared, would I be able to finish it? Would I be up to the mark? Would I make it like the level that I'm expecting from myself? If the answer from somewhere deep inside comes no, it's better for your brain to find some easy escape. What is the easy escape? Either you'll take out your mobile phone and start scrolling, you'll call a friend and you'll start gossiping about this presentation or the person who has assigned you to do this presentation. So your brain will find some easy escape to feel good. Momentarily, feel good factor becomes very huge thing for your brain. Okay, so that is why we procrastinate only because of two reasons. Number one, the task is tough and we are scared. Please accept it, right? Sometimes we are not even ready to accept it. When we feel scared, we procrastinate. The second thing is when we get bored, we procrastinate. When we feel, "Kare, this is so easy, 5 hours to finish it, I can do it in 30 minutes." And whenever your brain tells you this, your brain is fooling you around. You cannot do it in 30 minutes. And if you can, do it, finish it, and then go ahead and watch the Netflix show, right? The issue with brain is that whenever you have something, some escape, movie dekhna hai, bahar jana hai, whatever something comes up in your mind, your brain convinces you, I can finish it up in 30 minutes. Leave it. I will talk to my friend. I will go out and have this fun. So all of these things, they are feeding you to procrastinate. And the more you do it, the more pro you become at procrastination, right? So you have a good 20, 25, whatever your age is, that many years of experience on in procrastinating. Now, if you want to break this loop, you have to make yourself understand that what is happening inside of me. Am I bored or am I scared? If I'm scared, I will tell myself, thoda sa aur. Let me do 10 more minutes. If I'm bored, what will I do? I will give myself a pleasure at the end. 30 minutes ka task hai, let me finish it in 20 minutes and I will reward myself with a good cup of coffee.
Hmm.
Something to look forward. right? So
Right.
trick your brain. You can do that. Can I keep on taking the
Rewarding.
questions?
No, actually, no. Actually, many of them are just
Yeah.
responses. There is one
Okay.
more question, Mr. Ramesh. Actually, last time also you had come out second. You usually give chance for only one, but that's absolutely fine. Today we'll give chance for one more because he last time also he wanted to ask a question, but unfortunately he asked the second or third. I hope we can go for it, Priyanka. So
Okay.
reaction varies. Who made us stress or angry? Um, did you understand the question or shall I?
Yes, I think I understood. Let the answer speak. If Mr. Ramesh, you feel that this is not you
Yes.
were asking, you can counter. I
Otherwise,
feel
why
that,
don't I unmute him 1 minute?
yeah, that would be better.
Yeah. Mr. Ramesh, where are you? Yes. Yes, I've unmuted you. If you could please rephrase your question.
Yes, my question is, this a situation, other than the situation, who made us distress or being uncomfortable to us? They may be senior person or colleague or lesser people,
Mhm.
underprivileged people. How we react, it matters. That's what.
Okay. So yeah,
How to
actually,
react.
understood. I understood your question actually. Our reaction depends. You see, I told you your brain is super intelligent, okay? So your brain knows what can you do, what is allowed where. Okay? If you are doing a work and your boss is nagging you, you do not turn and shout at your boss. But when you are at home and you are working on it and your parent, partner, or child comes and nags you, you have an outburst. Can't you see I'm doing something? The same thing you do not do with a colleague or your boss or your supervisor, right? So why this difference happens is because your brain intelligently, inherently knows what is my boundary where. Okay. So definitely your reaction changes with people, with situations, with environments, everywhere. You behave like a completely different person. Right?
Beautiful. Guess that answers your question, Mr. Ramesh. Now, to all the other participants, giving a quick heads up towards the end, you will have to turn on the video and a pic will be taken. Okay. So now coming to the vote of thanks, which would be by Mr. Ramesh. Would it be possible for you to turn on the video so that I can? Yes, please. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Archana, for this opportunity. My name is Ramesh VP. I'm working as Senior Manager Services at Accurate metrology based company. I have total of 41 years of experience in various fields. Finally, I ended up with HR. Before we close, let us take a moment to appreciate our speaker. A heartfelt thank you to Ms. Priyanka for sharing such science-based, practical and mindset-shifting insight with us today. Your way of simplifying neuroscience and showing how to brain can relearn, rewire, and rebuild confidence from within perfectly align with what confidence commune stands for. To all our participants, we invite you to stay connected with us on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook for updates, episodes, highlights, and learning snippets that help you reinforce today's experience and continue your transformation journey. And now, one more important announcement. We are thrilled to share the launch of Language Lab version 1, a learning space designed to practice transformation rather than just understand it. Batch 1 has already begun. Today is day 2 and we have 10 power packed sessions focused on improving fluency, confidence, and workplace communication through structured practice and feedback. And finally, a gentle reminder, our speaker for the next episode will be Mr. Balaji K from Eminent Training Solution. The registration brochure has been shared in the chart. Please feel free to register and share it with colleagues and friends who will benefit. Also, the links to all our social media handles are available in the chart. Kindly follow, subscribe, and share to support the learning community and help more people benefit from Confidence Commune. Thank you once again for joining us today. Wishing all a confidence and transformation week ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Mr. Ramesh, for the beautiful points. Now, to all the other participants, I hope you all are prepared for. Okay, Mary has already turned her video. She's aware that she has to take the pic. I really like her for that. So, before I even finished asking it, people already started doing it. What about the others? Come on, please, let's turn on the video. The least of gratitude which we can give to Priyanka is we can turn on the video and she can take a pic with all of us so that she can keep a short memory of her spending time with us. Thank you
Yes,
so
I would
much.
love to do that.
Okay. So I think one person was driving, but it was so wonderful that he decided to join the session and listen to it from him. Thank you so much, Mr. Manikandan. I spoke to you in the morning as well. I do remember. Oh wow, so many people have turned on the video right now. Wonderful to see. I usually get like 4 or 5, but today I got so many others as well.
Actually,
Cool.
this
It's
is this
like
is a beautiful community, Archana, that you're building, and with every speaker, a different insight comes, a different perspective of the brain opens, and that is actually something which gives you more data to lead a better life. Wonderful. All of you people, I congratulate you that you're showing up for yourself. Good
thank
job.
you so much. That's wonderful. Swapnil, the video is off. Have I turned you on here by mistake? Okay, cool. All right, yes. So ready everyone? If you want to post something, feel free to do that. Otherwise, I'll take a pic as well. So at the count of three, one, two, and three. Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking your time. I put in the question. I put in the photo which I have taken in the chat screen to offer all of you. Okay. And now to coming towards the end of the session. Thank you
Wow.
so much, Priyanka, for taking out time and coming out for the session today.
My
And
pleasure.
sorry, 1 minute. Some concerns happened by the time I turned on the video and went for it. Mm, Yes. Okay. So the details, as Mr. Ramesh had mentioned, it is there in the chat screen for the coming session. It's by Mr. Balaji from Eminent Training Solutions. So it's another beautiful topic which is going to cover. The registration details are mentioned there in the chat screen as well. Please do register immediately for the session. Language Lab has started. It is also mentioned by Mr. Ramesh. Language Lab has started, and we have another 10 more sessions pending. And now, to all the other participants who are there with us, along with Priyanka, thank you all for joining episode 14 of Confidence Communique. Remember, your brain is rewiring every day. Transformation isn't an event, it's a signal you send to your brain repeatedly over the period. So let's meet again next Saturday, every Saturday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., same time, same spirit, and a brand new topic. Until then, stay confident, stay connected, and keep communicating, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so much,
also.
guys. Thank you so much for, thank you, Archana, for giving me this privilege to interact with all of these wonderful souls. And everyone, thank you so much for being so warm and participative. It was a good time with all of you guys. Thank you.
Pleasure is all ours, Priyanka. Thank you so much.